Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this residential application. You can see that the customer provided us with a floor plan. It also shows the elevations over here. So we went ahead and went off of that. And you can see also these red marks here is areas indicated where they thought the heater should go. We have a sloped ceiling, or excuse me, a sloped roof and a flat ceiling. And dining here, and reclining bar stool seating height over here. So let's go ahead and look at the dimensions real quick. So we basically have 35.5 feet there by 16 and just over a half foot there. And the height of the structure ceiling will be about 8'6". Turn that off. I'm going to also turn off the floor plan here. So you can see that I actually agree with the customer on the locations. They looked really good. I basically took a line from about center point of the bar here out to the center part excuse me, of the pillar here, and divided it in 3 and then made my dimensions from there. So this will go ahead and look at the ray footprint. This would be the output of the heater's ray. You can see it covers fairly well. This chair here is a little bit out, but I think that'll be acceptable. And then you'll notice here that the seating height of the dining versus the bar stool is much different. So you're essentially about a foot higher and closer to the heating element, and so you want to really consider what you would put there. So these are all 4,000 watt units. If you had a controller, that would be fine. You can control this, say, on zone 1, and this would be zone 2, and that'll allow you to dim the output of this heater, so it wouldn't be so hot sitting underneath at a higher elevation with the bar stool. Also, you could use a 3,000 watt unit here and then 2 4,000s. That would be another thing that would be acceptable if you didn't want to go with the control system. So let's turn that off. And I just want to talk a little bit about the placement of flush mount units. Let's go ahead and just take the roof off for a moment and look at the structure. You can see here I have these I guess we'll call them joists. Now, I'm not a contractor. I don't build this stuff, so this isn't to scale. I just threw something together. But you'll notice here that I have these at, I think, 18-inch centers. But in the locations where I needed to move one of the joists here, I added another one so I could frame in this drywall. This is a 5/8 drywall, which will give you a 1 hour rated fire retention or fire protection. And inside that, you see that we have the flush mount kit, which is this frame right here. Let's see if I can get it more in focus here. So this is the frame of the flush mount kit. This would be the drywall backing, basically, and then the unit itself. So, and you can see that in several locations, in order to achieve that specific placement, I moved those rafters, I guess you might even call them, so that it would fit within that. The heater would fit in within those rafters and still be at structural integrity, I guess. Again, I'm not a contractor, construction, so please bear with me on those comments. But anyways, you can see this one here lined up perfectly, and so that worked out great. Another thing I want to talk about real quickly is just, let's go ahead and put that roof back on. I have the unit over here. There's a couple different ways you can finish this heater itself. Let's see if I can get this up and closer here. So there's a few different ways. So you can have the flush mount frame itself completely exposed, so you would just in those rafters you would attach, or you could even attach the heater from the inside to those rafters. so that you don't see any holes in here, but you can also just punch a hole here and then screw it into the rafter. Here you see the stucco on the edge of the flush mount frame, or covering the edge, which is kind of a nicer, cleaner look. You need to keep at least a 1/2 inch away from these holes here, so that's important. And then on this side here, you see we have some, maybe this might be some TNG wood finish here on the ceiling, and there would be a piece of finish edge here, and then again 1/2 inch to the edge. Now if you're going to use some combustible type of material like this, you need to lower the heaters. Let me just put this here, take that off, and put this one here. So you need to lower the heater so that the elevation of the heater is at the same elevation as the bottom of the any kind of combustible material. And you can see here with the clearance that we have, so this yellow orb here would represent the clearance, and you can see that you need to have a full 18 inches from the face of the unit all the way down, 18 inches and across, and then all the way 18 inches that way. So that would be your clearance that would be required on the face. So if you're using a combustible finish on that roof, or excuse me, the ceiling, then you need to have that the heater drop down a little bit. So let's go ahead and take that off, and then just let me just take this up here, remove that for a second. So here you can see inside you have the drywall finish. There's the clearances, or rather the dimensions of that in the manual. So if there's any questions with regards to that, you can see that inside here we have dead air space. These are venting holes. They need to be open so that the any heat buildup is able to draft out of there and not overheat the heater itself. So in any case, that is what I have for this particular application. And if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating needs, you can give us an email at support@patioheat.com. Also, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up if this has helped you, we truly appreciate that, because that just lets us know that people are interested in this service, and we appreciate that. Thank you, and have a great day.